Nothing on earth's going to save this.
You just look without judging, and then you draw what you see. So you've got those laugh lines around your eyes really well. That's great.
Oh, age lines, you mean, don't you? Oh, God, this is hard. Have a look at this hungry, ugly muggle.
Shut up.
Yeah, well, it's all right for you. You're good looking and yours is terrific.
I've just been doing it longer than you.
Yeah.
You're doing well.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
Hi.
Erin, g'day. Didn't know you were doing art classes.
Didn't know you were, Mr. Croydon.
Well, I'm just a reluctant traveller, I have to admit.
Oh, I love it. It's the best.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How are your mum and dad?
Fine.
Good. Give them my best, will you?
Shall do.
OK, everyone. Mirrors away. New sheet of paper, new task. Now, we're going to go from the detail, the face, to the whole body. Erin, can we start with the arm up? Yep. And the left leg forward. OK, so we can see the line to the hip. All right? This is 1 minute sketches, folks. Every 60 seconds, the pose will change.
Oh, she's
okay, you can take it off now. All right, now, remember, a new sheet of paper each time, and it's your job to keep up.
Sorry, look, this girl's underage. She shouldn't be subjected to this. Come on, Erin, I'm taking you home. Look, I know you think I'm making a fuss about nothing, but
I just want to find out if she's all right. She looked so upset when you did that to her.
She's fine, she's fine. I mean, she was OK when I dropped her at home. She didn't want me to speak to her parents.
Well, I'm not surprised. Why would she?
Well, as it turns out, she's not underage after all. I mean, she's 16.
Yes, I know that. Jared wanted time off for her birthday last week.
Last week? Well, she's only just, isn't she? What's he, the boyfriend?
Yes, the Taylor boy. He's one of my part-timers. A very nice kid.
Still, I like to think the parents know what's going on.
Well, I'm sure they do. They drop her out there every week.
Really?
Yeah.
I know Matthew Quinn. I mean, this art stuff, that's not his sort of thing at all.
But it's not his sort of thing. It's Erin's thing. I mean, if I were you, I would stay right out of it.
You might, but you're not a copper.
Right, so you've had a theft, eh? You want to tell us what went missing?
Yeah, it's an animation design package, Poser version 4.
Which is the one?
Yeah. And I know for a fact it was there yesterday afternoon.
Right. What type of person would be interested in this software?
It's pretty specific, actually. It's used for animation design. It's pretty cool.
Any idea who might have taken it?
Yeah, there was this guy in yesterday. I only noticed him because it was near closing time and my boyfriend Marco promised to pick me up after work, but he was late, as usual. God, that guy's always late.
OK, so you noticed this bloke?
Yeah, like I said, he came in from the car park and he was standing over there by the computer programs, and when I went up to him to ask him if he wanted any help, he just sort of turned around and skedaddled straight back out.
And this was around 5:30 yesterday afternoon?
Yeah, and I didn't think about it because Marco showed up finally and I could get out of here. But then this morning Tony asked me to do a quick stock check and I noticed it was missing.
Can you give us a description of this fella?
Yeah, pretty good looking guy actually. Around 175 tall, about 80 kilos, dark hair, bit of gel, white shirt, 501s, RM William boots, brown, polished, Cuban heels.
Wow.
Yeah, well, like I said, he was a pretty good looking guy.
How much is this gizmo worth, anyway?
$485.50.
In my day, we used pencils.
You used chalk, didn't you?
No, times have changed, boss. My kids do all their assignments on the computer.
How old is your eldest now?
Madeline, she's 13.
Well, say she was 15 or 16, say. How would you feel about her modelling in an art class?
Oh, OK, I suppose.
I mean nude. In a life class.
Nude.
It'd have to make you wonder about the teacher, wouldn't it?
Moral danger. Well, what's the story?
A young girl I know was modelling in the art class last night.
And she's 15?
Well, 16, just.
16, that's a different story. Even if we don't like it, she can make her own choices.
Yeah, in principle. But what if she was your daughter?
Matthew, look who's here.
Tom.
How's it all going, Matthew?
Fine, fine. Building clients and slow business, though, at my age. Can we offer you a coffee or a tea?
No, thanks, I'm fine. Look, I was up at Victor Delaney's studio last night doing an art class and...
Oh, Erin's taking classes with Victor. She's got a lot of talent, so we're told. Did you see any of her work?
No.
Not that she shows us anything, of course.
No, just give us the money, Dad, and she's off, you know.
Do you ever go in at any of the classes?
She'd kill me, Tom. You know what teenagers are like.
Is there something that we should know about?
I was wondering if you were aware that Erin's been modelling for some of Mr. Delaney's classes.
She's a lovely face.
You mean nude?
Well, yes. For the life class. Apparently she's been doing it for quite a while, since before she turned 16. Obviously this has been done without your permission.
Yeah, he never mentioned it. Neither did she.
I told you I wasn't happy with her spending time up there
All
with
right,
you, but would you
Trish.
listen to
Well,
me?
I thought I could trust the man. Obviously I was wrong.
Well, from what I could see, it was all very proper and professional.
We're grateful to you for bringing it to our attention, Tom.
More to the point, I want to put a stop to it as of now. Isn't there something we can charge him with? A moral danger or something?
Well, no, it's not a crime unless he forced her, and it certainly didn't look that way last night. Look, I'm sorry to have caused you such concern. I'd suggest that you have a talk to Erin and sort out what you think is appropriate.
Great description, hey?
Yeah, pretty thorough. You know who I reckon this is? Chris is part-timer at the Imperial, that really good-looking guy, Jared Taylor.
Jared? Surely not.
Well, he's an absolute ringer for that description.
Well, we better check it out then. In fact, get PJ on it.
He's kind of busy.
I'm sorry, but he can't spend the rest of his career investigating Maggie's murder.
Well, I'll ask him.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thanks, Pat. Just get back to me if you hear any more. Yeah, take care. Bye.
Leads?
Oh, Pat's come up with some possibilities, just waiting on some calls.
Good luck. Oh, Tom's got a case going. He wants you involved in it.
Mate, he knows I'm busy.
Oh, yeah, he does, but he wants you in on this. It's a theft. Computer program.
What, like a crate load of programs? A truckload of programs?
No, we're talking one singular program. I know it's under the CI limit.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys handle it.
Yeah, well, we could, but actually, I'd appreciate your help. Come on, won't take long. We've got a top description of the suspect.
Jared, could you tell us where you were at 5:30 yesterday afternoon?
Look, I don't really remember. I might have been on my way to the pub for work.
What time did you get to the pub?
About 5:45.
Well, it's just that Chris Riley said you started your shift around 6.
Look, is this going to take long, you know? Because I've got stuff to do.
You might be able to look around.
What's going on?
You tell us, Jared.
So we can hang around here and cool our heels till the warrant gets here.
Or you could give us your consent and sign to that effect in my day book here. You are 18, aren't you, Jared?
Yeah.
PJ? Poser version 4. That's it.
Can you explain this? Right, we're going to need you to come down the station. Now, do you want us to call your parents?
Yes, I've been to Martin's before. Who hasn't?
And you were there yesterday afternoon?
I needed batteries, didn't I?
Batteries? What type of batteries?
Double A's for my Walkman.
You got a receipt?
No, I didn't get them in the end.
But you got the animation package instead.
No, I had to go to work. Chris goes mental from late.
You sure you didn't knock it off?
I'm telling you I didn't. I don't even know what it is.
Jared, you've been identified, okay? Now, you admit to being in the store. Stolen item was in your house. Now, do you want me to go on with this?
I'm not a thief, all right? You can ask anyone.
No, it's okay, Jared. You're right.
You can't charge me.
Oh, sorry, mate. That's where you're wrong.
I have to say I'm surprised.
He seems to have just taken it. He's got no real use for it.
Well, his computer isn't even strong enough to run it.
I'll organise a photo board, but it's pretty well sewn up.
I'd like to get back to some more important matters, eh?
It's all important, PJ. Don't forget it.
Jack, do you want to get on to Martin's? Let Susie know. I'm sure she'd love to chew your ear off.
Yeah, she was spot on with that description, though, wasn't she?
Yeah. Hello. Can I help you?
Yes, we'd like to have a word with Senior Sergeant Croydon, if you don't mind, in private.
I found them in her room, behind the wardrobe. After you left, I thought I'd better have a look for myself.
Seems Victor Delaney has been exposing himself to our daughter.
That's her signature. She did them.
Any idea when these were done?
No, there's no indication.
What I'm concerned about is that they were done at all. Isn't there some way this man can be stopped? Can't he be charged?
Well, it's only an offence if he forced Erin to do it or touched her inappropriately.
But isn't it offensive enough that he exposes himself to her?
Technically, no. Look, I'll have a word with Delaney and I'll speak to Erin after school, but if all they did was draw pictures of each other...
So you won't do anything?
If no offence has been committed, no.
Thanks for your help, Tom.
I do this sort of stuff all the time. It goes with the territory.
Maybe it does. But you should have asked her parents' permission to do nude modelling, especially when she was underage.
Look, I didn't know her age until she told me it was her birthday the other week. I should have asked, I suppose.
I suppose you should have.
Let me show you something.
I thought you should know the girl's parents are very concerned that you might have forced her to do this. Well, frankly, so am I.
Well, I assure you I didn't. She's my student, for heaven's sake.
Which means you have a very special responsibility with her.
She's the finest natural talent I have ever seen. I mean, look at this stuff. She's fabulous. I don't even teach her, I just provide a space for her to work. And it's a privilege for me to do that. The truth is, it's a freakish talent for someone her age. Biggest risk she runs is that her parents will talk her into doing something sensible with her life, like working in a bank.
So, as far as you're concerned, nothing inappropriate happened. You didn't touch her in any way or force her into this?
She's my colleague, Tom. My colleague, not my lover. Yes, look, the nudes were painted a few months ago, and yes, as it turns out, she was underage at the time. But I'm not into making victims of children.
I'm relieved to hear it.
Tom, Victor Delaney is a serious painter. He's not about to start playing games with little girls.
Well, I'm glad you're so sure of that.
Well, I can certainly say he never did anything even remotely out of line when he painted me.
Yeah, but you weren't naked.
Yes, I was.
Ah. So you pull up. I just wanted to reassure you that I've been to see Delaney. I don't think anything untoward was going on up there.
Oh?
I could talk to Erin if you like.
It's gone beyond that. I've just found this.
What is it?
It's a pregnancy testing kit, and it's positive. The man's a monster. My daughter's been raped.
The boyfriend must have got up the duff. I mean, that's got to be the logical assumption.
Yeah. But Tricia Quinn reckons that Jared Taylor's not that kind of boy.
Is there any other kind? I mean, he's 18.
I don't know. Given the timing, she's right about it being a criminal offence.
I'll get on to sexual offences. I mean, I haven't got time for any of this stuff.
Yeah, I think you have. Huh? Look, PJ, I'm well aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it. Unofficially, I'm right behind you.
So
yeah, just
why are you
hear me out,
stopping
will
me?
you? Life does go on. Now, you're my only criminal investigator. This is a CI matter. I need you. This girl needs you. We can't put the rest of the world on hold forever. And, you're going to have to work with Parrish on this one. She's our only female.
Great, I'd love to, thanks.
Well, it's no big favour. Protocol says a female member has to be present.
Oh, because it's a rape case?
Oh, no, it's not a rape. No evidence of force, fear or fraud, so we're looking at sex pen.
Sexual penetration of a child between the age of 10 and 16, right?
You got it.
Gross.
Yeah, it's awful, isn't it?
Well, surely it's more likely to be the boyfriend than that old artist guy.
No, not according to the mother.
I don't buy it.
Why not?
They are boyfriend and girlfriend.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just want to know your process.
The mother can't accept that her little girl is willingly having sex, so she'd rather blame the old artist guy. And should we just talk to Erin first?
What, and go to a school and embarrass her in front of all of her friends?
So we just sit and wait?
No, we go and talk to Jared, ask him if he knows if Erin's pregnant. I thought she was your girlfriend.
Right.
So, Jared, why do you reckon that she didn't actually tell you?
Maybe because it had nothing to do with me. I mean, have you actually thought about that?
So you're saying that you're not the dad?
Big whoop, that is. Big joke.
Why is it a big joke, Jared?
You figure it out.
Right, so you're saying that you don't have a sexual relationship with Erin Quinn?
How bloody stupid am I? She'd go nearly spastic every time I tried to touch her. You know, so I think, OK, we'll wait. And that's what we're brought up to believe, isn't it? Fine, you know?
Go on.
Oh, well, then this Victor shows up and, you know, she goes weird. And then this happens. And now everyone will know what a loser I've been.
I don't think anyone thinks that, Jared. It's just a mess. People understand.
Right.
And they do forget.
Yeah? Like when?
Police interview, Joe. Not a Bleeding Hearts Club.
Come on, I was just providing some empathy.
Empathy? You saved that for the victim.
It's so...
Exactly. Where next?
We
We visit Delaney. We find out if he's had sex with her.
Right.
Right.
What? Give me credit for having some sense.
We're just investigating the allegation.
The mother's allegation.
We take your point, Mr. Delaney. We'll be talking to Erin as soon as she gets out of school.
Talk to her now. She's inside.
Here.
She's doing fine. Aren't you, Erin?
Yeah.
Come on, speak up for yourself. We're feeling a bit shitty at the moment.
Would you mind if we had a word with Erin on her own, Mr. Delaney?
Not at all. It's okay. Hey.
Have my parents sent you? No, they think you're at school. I'm not going back. You can't make me. I'm staying here with Victor to do what I'm good at.
That's okay. That's not why we're here.
So why are you here? Your mother found a positive pregnancy test kit. Did she? Is it likely that kit's yours?
All right, so we're going to need you and Mr. Delaney to come down the station, just so we can clear it up.
Why both of us?
Well, you see, your mother is alleging that he's responsible.
Okay, so you're about 8 weeks, right?
Yep.
So when the intercourse occurred, you were 15.
Oh, why are you putting her through all this? It's Delaney you should be speaking with.
We will, Mrs. Quinn. We just need to establish the facts first.
Just tell him what he did to you, sweetheart, and you can get out of here.
I'm going to have to ask you to be quiet. Let Erin speak.
Oh,
for
she's in
herself.
no condition to be
Mrs.
questioned
Quinn,
like
we can do this with someone from Human Services if you prefer not to be.
Look, I just don't understand what's going on. She's the victim in all this. It's Delaney you should be speaking
We'll be
with.
interviewing Mr. Delaney in due course.
Shut
but in the
up!
meantime...
Why don't you all just shut up?
It's all right, Pete.
Just leave me alone.
We don't want to upset you, Erin. But we are talking about a criminal offence here. You understand that, don't you?
Yeah.
That's why we need to know from you who the father is.
Yeah, but I don't need to tell you.
We do need to know.
I'm not saying anything more.
I didn't even know she was pregnant. That's how close I am to these events.
I thought you cared about her.
I'm her mentor, not her guardian.
Mentor? And what does your mentoring include?
Coughing up for an abortion might be a good contribution.
Why would you do that if you're not involved?
I didn't say I wasn't involved. I said I wasn't the father.
So why offer?
Look, that girl is too young and too talented to be saddled with an infant. Since when is that a crime, anyway?
The crime here is sexual penetration of a child between the age of 10 and 16 years.
Has she said that I'm responsible?
No.
Then why are we having this conversation?
Because there are a number of indications that your relationship with her may be inappropriate.
Such as what?
Nude paintings, underage modelling for starters.
And when all this blows up, we find her at your place.
I will give her a place to stay and work for as long as she wants it.
And that's the nature of your involvement, is it? Supporting a fellow artist.
Look, I'll make this easy for you. Do a blood test, DNA, whatever, and then you'll have a real fact to deal with, which is I didn't do it.
He totally denies it.
Victor Delaney's got a bit of a record prior for possession and use a few years ago, but...
Well, it's hardly a case.
What's he got to say for himself?
Oh, he completely denies. He is willing to do DNA and blood tests.
Is he now?
But they can't do a test on the baby while it's still in utero. So much for that offer. Probably knew all along, that dirty pervert.
Oh, calm down, Parrish. Don't overreact.
I'm not overreacting. It's just wrong, the whole thing. She's just a kid.
Look, you're not going to help Erin Quinn by yelling at each other. What have we got?
Well, we don't know anything. And it could have been consenting sex.
Consenting.
We don't know, and she won't say.
So have we got a case?
Not a sniffer one.
We know she's pregnant.
That's about it.
So that's it.
Well, I can't win them all.
I think what PJ's trying to say is that he'll keep an eye on matters in case any further evidence emerges, but that for the time being, the case is closed.
That's right.
Is he all right?
He's hitting the grog a bit hard. What's going on?
Sorry.
Oh, serious.
I can't discuss it with you, Chris. You know that.
Yeah, it's okay. So, is it about Erin modelling for him? Well, is it about him modelling for Erin? Well, then it must be me modelling for him.
No.
It is, isn't
not.
it?
It's not.
What is it about that picture that's got to you? Is it the fact that it's a nude? Is it? Or is it the fact that I'm the one that's nude? Or is it the fact that he was the one who painted me nude?
No, none of those things. I don't know, Chris. How nude is it?
It's extremely nude, Tom.
G'day, you joining us for dinner?
Yeah.
See, I've had enough scotches to take the plunge. Brought you a present.
Victor, thank you.
I wanted you to have it because you're a beautiful, straight down the line sort of person. And I wanted to give you a present.
Thank you.
Now I think I'll have a scotch.
Do you think you should?
Yep, I think I should. And I'll make a deal with... You can have my car keys if I have another drink. Deal?
Deal.
I didn't do it, you know.
I'm pleased to hear it, Victor.
And now I'll remove myself from your offended official eye.
You bloody pervert! Huh? What do you think you're doing?
I said that's enough!
Watch it!
Hey,
You tell me, you bastard! She rang me, right? And I go there and I find her.
Aaron, is she all right?
You tell me. You're the one who got her pregnant. And now she's in hospital fighting for her life.
So, can you tell us what happened?
The hospital called us.
But they won't let us see her.
If my girl dies, it's all Delaney's fault.
Well, what's he done?
He's made her pregnant. A child doesn't try and take a life for nothing.
How is she, Doctor?
She'll be fine.
It was an overdose?
Yes, of vodka. We've had to pump her stomach. She'll recover, but she'll be a sick and sorry girl for a few days.
Can we see her?
Yeah, go right in.
So it was just the vodka then?
Mm-hmm.
She's dealing with a lot of stuff at the moment.
Oh, not dealing with it, more to the point.
Did she say anything to you about...
Enough to indicate that she blames herself and the vodka was a way of forgetting.
And getting rid of her problems?
She's not the first kid to try and wipe herself out in the hope of losing a baby.
And will she?
Babies are a whole lot tougher than people think.
That poor kid.
Morning.
Morning.
I see you charged Jared Taylor with assault.
Oh, yeah, he's building up quite a sheet for himself.
I can understand him being upset, but this is no way to solve things. How's Erin, by the way?
Oh, she's got acute alcohol poisoning. I mean, she's feeling pretty lousy, but she'll be all right.
She was discharged early this morning from the hospital.
Boss, that was Victor Delaney on the phone. Someone's just broken in and trashed his studio.
Bloody hell, this is what you get for trusting people.
So you think this was done by someone you know?
Oh, what do you reckon? Doesn't jealous boyfriend spring to mind?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't touch anything, sir. It's a crime scene now,
That'd
thanks.
be ridiculous. I've got to salvage something for my show.
So if you want our cooperation...
How long have you been home?
Just an hour or so. I spent the night at the Imperial.
And you left here when?
Late yesterday afternoon.
Any idea how long it might be since his paint was flung around?
It's hard to say. It's not my usual style.
Have a guess.
I don't know, about 8 hours, I suppose.
It'd make about 1 o'clock this morning.
Now, don't touch anything, sir. I asked you once before.
You just don't get it, do you?
Mr. Delaney, forensic are going to be here very soon, so I would appreciate...
What's happened? Oh, what have you done?
What have I done? What planet are you on?
Don't scream at me.
Why wouldn't I? This is all your fault.
Mr. Delaney, please.
My fault?
Yes.
What did I do?
You, your boyfriend, the whole damn lot of you. You're all so stitched up and scared. I knew it was a risk taking you on, and now I'm paying the price for it. I want you out of here now. All right? I don't want you here. Get it? It's over. Go!
Come on, Aaron. We'll give you a lift home.
Hey, Aaron. Absolutely sure you got no idea who caused the damage?
No.
What about Jared? What do you reckon?
I told you no. Can I go now? Sure. You be okay? Yeah, fine. You want a hand explaining this to your dad? It's okay.
Hello, sweetheart. Came back to us. That's my girl.
She's pretty tough on him, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a teenager. They're obliged to be rude to their dads.
Hey, look, I wouldn't actually tell her this, but Parish is doing really well. She's got good instincts.
Glad to hear it. Yeah, keep her with you on this Delaney business. I'm sure the cases are linked.
Yeah, well, at this stage, everything points to young Jared. I mean, he's got motive.
What about some of his mates? I mean, Erin's problem must be pretty common gossip by now.
Yeah, but I think it's a long shot.
And we can't rule out the Quinns either. They're not too fond of Delaney.
I'll start with Jared.
Well, don't look at me. I just wish to trash this stupid bastard at the same time. Properly.
All right, so what were your movements last night?
I was here with you guys.
Well, you left the station about 9:35. Where'd you go?
Drove around a bit.
Where'd you go, Jared?
Hey, did you go to Victor's studio?
No, all right, I didn't.
Did anybody see you during the evening?
No, not that I know of.
And you got home at what time?
Oh, no, late. Around midnight.
Were your mum and dad home when you got in?
Yeah, they were asleep.
Darren, there's a lot of time you can't account for.
Look, I'm telling you, okay, I didn't touch the stupid pictures.
I think he's telling the truth.
Yeah? How do you know?
Jared would like to have done it, but really he's not that sort of guy. He's not as tough as he makes out.
Why won't he tell us where he went?
Dunno, maybe he's doing something he doesn't want us to know about. Shall I check with his mates, see if they can help?
Yep.
Have I missed something?
Nope, that pretty much covers Jared, but we should have a word to the Quinns. Can't leave them out of the picture.
Okay.
Mrs. Quinn, can you tell us where you were between 10 last night and 4 this morning?
We were at the hospital until late.
Can anyone verify that?
Nurses? Patients? The doctor.
And what time did you actually leave?
I would have got home about 1. You lose track of time.
And Mr. Quinn?
I sent him home early. He's not really coping with any of this too well.
What time do you reckon he actually left the hospital?
About 11. You're not seriously thinking he's responsible for this vandalism?
Oh, we're keeping an open mind, Mrs. Quinn. Just open mind.
Mr. Quinn, what time did you get home from the hospital last night?
I don't know. Let me think. I got home, I watched a movie on television for a while, and then I went off to bed.
Nobody saw you? A neighbour, somebody walking the dog?
No. The street's pretty quiet. We're all tucked up in bed by 10 most nights.
Pretty respectable street, is it?
What movie were you watching?
Pardon?
You said you were watching a movie.
Yeah, I don't think I even saw the title. It was just whatever was on. It had Donald Sutherland in it, I think.
So no one saw you after you left the hospital until your wife got home around 1 o'clock?
Seems not. You'll have to take my word for it, I'm afraid.
Guess I will. But it does leave you without an alibi between 11 o'clock last night and 1 o'clock this morning.
Nursing staff confirmed that Tricia was there until around about midnight and that Matthew left a good while before her.
And he was right about the movie, Blood Relatives, 1977.
So they got partial alibis.
How are you going with Jared?
Oh, still working on it. Doesn't seem he went to any of his mates' places.
So who have you got then?
Boss, Victor gave Chris one of his paintings last night, didn't he?
Yeah, very generous.
What if he was unloading a number of pictures, ones that he wanted to keep because he was the one who was going to trash the studio?
What, for the insurance?
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to ask, I suppose.
Mr. Delaney, I'd asked you not to touch anything until forensic had come through.
I've been very careful. And to answer your question, no, I wasn't insured.
You're kidding?
Well, I couldn't afford the premiums. I'm just the artist. It's every other bugger that makes the money off me.
So do you have any idea if anything is missing?
Well, it's weird, you know. There was one picture I can't find. It's about that big of Erin. It was pretty good. I had it framed. It was sitting up over on this ledge. It might have actually fallen.
PJ, you seen this? That's a heel mark.
Mr. Delaney, where was this before you moved it?
Well, it was sort of over here.
Right, well, they must have trod on that. It's the same colour, isn't it?
Yeah, rose madder. Bad choice.
And then walked it onto there.
They could belong to a woman's shoe, or they could belong to Jared. He wears those RMs.
Well, I've just ruled Jared out, actually. It seems he went visiting last night.
Oh, yeah?
Miss Nita Ford in St David's.
Silly boy.
Must have been saving his pocket money.
I thought he was serious about Erin.
No, you see, there's love, boss, and then there's lust.
Anita reckons he arrived there around 10:30, stinking of grog and passed out. They ended up kicking him out about 2 a.m.
So if the studio was entered around midnight, that leaves us with the Quinns.
We've nothing to hide. I'm surprised you think we'd do such a thing. This is Erin.
Right.
Oh, is Erin about?
In her room, I think. Well, you want to look there?
Please.
Erin,
What?
can you open up, please? The police are here. They just want to have a look around.
Hey, Erin. Do you mind if we have a quick look through your room?
Won't take long.
Constable.
Yeah. Excuse me, Mr.
Now
Quinn.
we'll have a look at the room, sir.
Can you tell me what you're looking for? I might be able to help.
No, we're right. Thank you very much, sir.
PJ?
What can you tell us about this?
Nothing. I've never seen it before in my life.
You going through this, Joe?
No, not yet.
That's just dirty washing.
Cuban heels, Joe?
We're going to need to have a word with your wife.
So you concede that these boots are yours?
Yes, obviously.
So how do you explain the paint on the heels?
I don't know. I haven't worn them for months.
Well, the paint matches the paint from the studio.
Or maybe my daughter borrowed them. She was up there all the time, as you know.
Not exactly the sort of boots a kid like Erin would wear to paint in, now are they?
I ceased to understand a thing my daughter did from the day she turned 12. Call it the joy of parenting.
This picture of Erin was found in a drawer in your room. You put it there?
I've been taking photos of Erin for years. Family snapshots and such. But he's captured exactly what I love about her.
You know we have enough evidence to charge you with criminal damage. Now, you don't really want this matter to end up in court.
There are worse crimes in this world than criminal damage.
That family's so weird.
Well, she had provocation, Joe.
Yet we don't know that for sure.
Her daughter is pregnant.
Yeah, and she assumes it's Delaney. We assume that because it's where everything seems to point, but maybe... You'll say evidence, and I don't have any.
Who do you think got Erin pregnant? You're thinking the father, aren't you?
I don't want to, but yes. But we haven't got a thing.
Unless we can get Erin to make a complaint.
What do kids do when they're angry but they're too scared to hit out?
They go off the rails, they get into trouble.
Yeah, and pinch stuff. I mean, what if Jared is lying about taking that computer program? I mean, it wasn't open, and you said yourself his computer wasn't even big enough to load it on. So he obviously didn't steal it to use it or sell it.
He admitted it, though.
Yeah, maybe he lied.
Skinny chick? Yeah, she was with the spunky guy. You know, now that I think about it, they were kind of hanging around for quite a while. She was sort of scooting all over the joint, looking at all sorts of things, be kind of wired up.
Well, could it have been this girl?
Yeah, Deb Winger at Edison.
So she left before him, then he hung around and took the program, is that it?
Well, no, now that you mention it, they both sort of left together.
Well, why didn't you tell us this before?
Well, they didn't ask about her. But I am sure, because I remember watching his bum on the way out, thinking how lucky she was to score him. Then they waited outside for a bit. Then before I know it, he's back inside looking dodgy as.
You sure about this?
Well, yeah. Once I see something, I sort of file it away.
I want to know about the theft at Martin's, Jared.
You've charged me.
But you really want to wear that charge?
The sales assistant confirmed that Erin was in the store with you at the time of the theft. Now, is there anything you want to say about that?
No.
Jared, we think Erin's in a bit of trouble at the moment, and we want to help her. I'm sure you do too.
Not by dobbing her in.
If Erin did this and you're covering for her, you won't help her.
Why not?
Because we suspect there may be more serious things going on than theft.
It's that Victor guy. Ever since he came, it's all gone wrong.
How's that?
She hardly ever went home. She just stayed at the studio all weekend. I could see what was happening, and I tried to protect her from him, but I couldn't. Failed.
So when Erin stole that program, you tried to protect her then too?
He was trying to put it back.
Now he's copped it. And I'm just gutless because I didn't say anything. Like I always don't say anything.
Well, you've said it now about Jared, so we can sort it out and make it right.
So what will happen?
Well, the charges against Jared will be withdrawn. You'll have to be charged with theft, but I'm sure we can work something out.
You okay?
I'm just so gutless.
You're not gutless. And you shouldn't say that about yourself because it isn't true.
Yes, it is.
I don't believe that. I think it's something else, isn't it?
Why don't you just get on with this? I've done it, so charge me.
Matthew Quinn?
I know. It makes sense.
All you got so far are inferences. Have you got any hard evidence?
No, that's the trouble, but it does make sense all the same. Look, Erin has a real problem being alone with her dad. She keeps her bedroom door bolted at home and she avoids his touch.
Well, it could be just normal adolescent stuff, you know?
Yeah, but I don't think so. She's not rude. She's scared. Look, go the other way. Jared and Victor both denied sleeping with her, OK? And as far as we can tell, there are no other boys. We assumed it must have been Victor because of the setup out there, but maybe he's just telling the truth.
Well, it could explain the silences, I suppose.
She's not saying who because she can't say who.
And you want to see if she will?
Yes.
You're going to have to tread very carefully. If you try to lead her, they will crucify you in court.
I know.
It's nice here. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's safe. I reckon feeling safe's important. Everyone needs to feel that.
Even you?
Yeah, of course. Me, you, everyone. We're all pretty isolated, really, when you think about it. Guess that's why everyone's looking for someone to trust, and the lucky ones find that.
And the unlucky ones?
Sometimes they trust the wrong people. I've been told some pretty horrible stuff over the years. Nothing had really surprised me anymore.
And you don't think they're stupid or lying or something?
No, of course not. Why would you judge someone who's in that much pain? If they tell you stuff that's that hard to say, you don't judge, you just shut up and listen and you believe them. You know, there's been something I've been wondering about, actually. Your mum. She strikes me as one of those really neat, ordered people who probably doesn't even like getting her hands dirty.
Yeah, she's always going on about germs and stuff.
So, that pregnancy test, you would have done that in the morning, yeah? Because that's how they work, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
So if you put it in the rubbish after that, well, sometime that day your mum must have been searching through the bin to find it.
I didn't put it in the bin.
Where'd you put it?
Put it on the bench.
Why'd you do that?
Because I wanted her to see.
What, that you're pregnant? Erin, it's me, Joe. You can tell me anything and I won't think you're stupid or a liar or... I'll just believe you. What did you want her to see?
I wanted her to see what my father was doing to me.
I thought you might say that.
I did. And it's all right. You don't think I'm a bad person?
No, of course I don't.
Mr. Quinn.
Yes?
We need you to come down to the station, sir. There's some matters we need to discuss with you.
Is my little girl all right?
She is now, sir.
Where's Erin? Where's my daughter?
She's seeking alternative accommodation.
What?
Mr. Quinn, you are under arrest for incest and sexual penetration of a child aged 10 to 16. You are not obliged to do or say anything unless you wish to, but anything you say or do must be recorded and given in evidence.
Everybody, I'd just like to say how very proud I am that this painting can hang here today as a symbol of Victor Delaney's new and even greater career.
Well, I would say that it's a fine example of the painter's work. It's a pity it's wasted on you lot.
Thanks, Tom.
Oh, no, I mean it. It's lovely. I mean, you look beautiful.
I'll take it down soon. Yeah, I think I've made my point.
No, it could be a real attraction, you know, like Chloe at Young and Jackson.
I don't think so.
Seriously, it's lovely.
I've got something for you. I did it myself.
You've made me look a bit young and handsome.
Just draw what I see.